back, everybody, to another I Wani Hug Your Gator. Welcome back, guys and gals, and yeah. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not, let's get back to the game. Hopefully you're doing alright. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Comment down below what you think about it. I don't know. What's your mood right now? Are you happy, sad, or tired, sleepy? If you're sleepy, watch my videos. You're gonna fall right fast asleep. If I can help either way, I'll help either way, right? Pretty sure I've read this line 3 times now. Did you? Inko? I almost said Anon, then I remembered, wait a minute. That ain't him, that's a different character. I tear my eyes away from the page in the hopes of blinking the boredom away. I look up to see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long though, because I end up locked in a staring contest with Prockling. He raised an eyebrow at me. We go to the backroom closet and we get it on. I'm just kidding, YouTube. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you doggy bone. Calm down. Okay? Alright. Okay, then write down notes of pages 3 through 7 about the discovery of the new world. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I'm copying the page down to the letter in my notebook. Absent-mindedly, I begin to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement and is easily my first pick as a photography partner. But that Mia girl, she doesn't seem to want to make friends. Of course, I could have figured that out from the cold look she gave me yesterday, but not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes. And though my encounter with Liz was brief, I can tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far, she's still an enigma. And coupled with the apparent history she has with others, it makes me all the more curious about her. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get invested, but in the end, it's effectively gossip and hearsay. That's true. Honestly, hey, don't sell your... Sorry, I burped. Don't sell yourself short. No, don't complain before, don't complain if you haven't even tried it yet. This had come as something of a shock to me, but... And what do we have here, Miss Halford? The sudden voice of Miss Brockling snaps me out of my thoughts. I lean my head to see the teacher looking down at... Oh, sorry, my chair is squeaky, my man. Wait a minute. Olivia is here too, and that's her last name, Miss Halford? Or Halford? How could she have even afford anything if it was half the... I'm just kidding. As luck would have it, I share not 1 but 2 classes with Olivia. I must have been so jaded from trying to read this textbook that I didn't even notice the girl in the wheelchair. Yeah, I was gonna say as well, how did you not know... damn, okay, there must be the shades, my man. She sits in the front row diagonally in front of me. And I don't think she's noticed this strange twist of fate herself. Only the second day of the school year and already doodling in class again? Are we recording? Yes, we are. I am streaming on Twitch, everyone. Check it out. I'll come back on YouTube, which is which. And I will not be affiliated with Twitch, and that's kind of thing. I don't want to be tied down or anything. I'm already in the monetization AdSense of YouTube, so yeah. She proceeds to pick up the piece of paper from Olivia's desk. Looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what they are from where I'm sitting. Listen, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but could you at least pretend that you're taking notes? Well, I could do. I'm just kidding. The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. Aww. While the teacher returns to skulking around the room, Olivia hunches over a notebook. Although I don't think those are notes she's taking. Nah, no one would do something like that with the totalitarian teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but... I'm fighting a losing battle to keep my eyelids from shutting. My jaw is clenched tight to suppress a loud yawn building inside even as Miss Brockling skulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness can overtake me though, I notice minute movement in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glances up at the teacher whose eyes are roving over the opposite side of the room and down to scribble something down. The paper is then folded into a neat little note and... I watch as the next person carefully unfolds the sheet and also scribbles on it before folding and passing it along again. Curiosity thoroughly piqued, I await anxiously in my seat for the paper to get to me. It's a dangerous game, passing the note along so Procling doesn't see. Also, everyone, if you want to play this game, you can buy it on Steam. No cap. Real solid game. If I'm... Oh, you might say, what the F do you mean, a sleepy? Well, if you want more games from the studio, you gotta pay up, buckaroo. If I'm participating, does that make me a slacker? The student on my side makes his move to toss the note over. But Procling starts turning around right then. Miss Procling not gonna lie. Ooh. He flinches and drops a hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slam my own paper over the page to cover it from sight. Miss Procling continues to lecture about how the raptors and humans eventually start to get along because they traded narcotic leaves or something like that. And as you can see on the board here... Now... I lift my paper. Luckily, there's plenty of space left. As for what everyone else has drawn... A not so solid attempt at a race car. Rough sketches, some eyes, a bunch of doodles, and names in various stylized fonts that I could only describe as graffiti. And of course, it's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a ding-dong. Miss Brockling with distinct lines coming off of her. Yeesh, better not get caught with this. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Maybe I'll try to break the ice a bit. Mom man is already getting with that Riz. Riz 101. Alright, although I don't really know anything about her. Hey, can't hurt to try though, yeah? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's see. Oh my god, a mini game? Hold up. Hold up. What do we draw? How do we draw? I need to cheat. I need to cheat right now. Oh, ew. No. Let's see. Usually you go like this, correcto? Sir. Those are some fierce eyes. I'm not gonna lie. Ew. It's like they're kind of winking. Kind of don't like that. Too fierce even for me. Here's what we're gonna do. Kind of look like a... I don't know, usually this is where the mouth is, but I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me cook. Let me mother effing cook. I don't know how you draw these wings. I think that's good enough. That's a good drawing, right? I think decent. I don't like it. And done. I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as I surreptitiously admire my work, I think that means you know, you repeat it. It's like a word where you repeatedly do an action as you know. That's pretty much what it describes, but in a better way to describe it. That I have a long way to go. It feels like I'm being mogged by the other doodles. Ooh, we mogging? We mid-maxing? What is this? Alright, Olivia's sure to like this. Miss Brockling is still turned around. Alright. If I slip the paper... Oh, slip! I'm kidding. If I slip the paper over Olivia's shoulder, I won't have to get up and risk getting caught. And here we go. It's a bit tricky, and it's hard to rock environment. It's tricky. Comment down below if you know that song. But the paper meets its destination. She doesn't even look back, just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Oh, is that wagging? Huh. Whoa, our Riz is just that crazy, huh? Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. Oh. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... I'll be taking that. Miss Procony snatches the paper from Olivia's claws. She holds her arms out. She takes a glance at the paper and a small crack of a smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. So this is how you view me, Miss Halford. Procling holds the paper up for all to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know that most of you were a part of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much. Please do your assignments when you're in class. It's the least you can do. We were just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble? I noticed Brockling looking out at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide, but I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient the next time it happens. Otherwise, you end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. Pff, what happened to him? Get a detention slip or something. Oh, oh my god, Elriz. Miss Brockling pulls up the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out the walkie-talkie. Sully? Yep. Another hippie, seat H4. Good job, soldier. Yeah, this is definitely a TF2 Dino version. Like modded. Now if we can, let's continue. We're on the second floor. I sink back into my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. My god, she has heavy artillery. That's crazy. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one to pass her the note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I can always apologize, I was about to say Riz, after class. Miss Brockling places the note and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Brockling look at the clock above the door. I then notice Olivia grabbing her attention as if she knew what she's already going to say to her. The teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all of her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens it, and rolls on out. As they say, meals on wheels. The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations. Well, there goes my chances of saying sorry to her or rizzing her up. Man, we just flopped. We fumbled it. Feeling defeated, I decided to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although I do wonder... She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes and I head back home on the metro. Bars. Bars ka dun, Mars. Hey, it's the same people again. They should really change this, man. Another day, another dollar. Though this time I pass on the mini breakfast burritos. After how bad they messed me up during PE yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure that torture again. Instead, I just got a few hash browns from a fast food joint by the metro. Comment down below, have you tried hash browns? If you're not sure what they are, maybe you've eaten them. They're like pretty much potatoes, made out of potatoes. They're like mashed, but they're not mashed enough, you know. It's like mashed potatoes, but made into a shape, then deep fried. Check it out. Check it. Search it on Google. You'll see it. If you have, comment down below. If you have. If you think it's bussin', I don't know. That's questionable. I idly scroll through my feed as I usually do while the metro jostles about to my destination. It's been a few days now and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. Some of the vines are actually plastic and the flowers are little air fresheners. That's not actually something I noticed, more so witnessed when a passenger tried eating one. Some of the vines are real though, for some reason they go untouched anyways. Maybe they're just not tasty. Vegetarians don't eat the grass in their lawns after all. Right? Huh. Well, I mean, listen, if there are dogs shitting and pissing on your lawn, then I won't be eating that, my man. Anyways, the lights have gone out and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferris. Good morning, Inko. Good morning. Has work been going fine, my man? It has, slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn. Got a point there. And I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing? I have, although I can't say I really get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really, like what? Well, like look at the girl on the other end of the car there. I think she's a model, man. I don't know. Pretty fine. Smash? Nah, not even a question. It's rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife. I just mean as an example. Well, there's an event coming up. I could see about trying something new. Oh, smiling. What would you recommend? Now that's a good question, my man. What would be good to use here? In my inner eye, I conceptualize the coolest possible Ferris. The fresh machine is going full throttle. First, sunglasses. His eyes may be a little too far apart for that. However, beanie. Nah. Moving on. Big guns, fresh jacket. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Yo, he looks like a beast. There we go, the coolest possible Ferris. Mr. Nito? Oh, sorry, my man. Sorry, I was just like, I was thinking, you know? Sorry. Why don't you start with... I think the jacket is what's gonna cook. Really now? And those all sound rather expensive. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. A what? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it would go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get. Well, alright, I'll take your word for it, homeboy. We should talk about fashion a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? No, my man. Life is all aspect. It's got so many aspects, a mixed bag of beans. Some bad, some good. Sometimes you get a worse bag than the bunch. But hey, let's go back to the game, guys. Not with the depressing shit. Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? I've heard the term thrown around recently. That was like 5 years ago, man. Oh. Damn, he's old. But I get it. Once I get that age as well, that's what I think. I'm not gonna be hip and cool. You know, you're not... It depends. It's like... Someone could be seeing more about VTubers, so they're more into what's happening, drama, whatnot. Or... They were that before, but you know, some time has passed, different interests. So you don't know what's hip and cool or trendy these days. Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. Art. Mr. Dakin over here just started talking about yapping projects for the class. As soon as he'd said the word, Olivia's hand had shot up. Aw, she's smiling. Alright, I'm happy as well. Her gray eyes sparkle in excitement and a smile threatening to crush the perpetual frown etched on her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat as she waves her arm in the air trying to get the teacher's attention. Dakin's own smile was strained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. I could only marvel as the two argued with each other without a single word. Eventually, Mr. Professor over here won by turning off the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging from the ceiling, and playing a safety video about paint that felt far too graphic for a school setting. I want to see it. Maybe not. Maybe YouTube don't like it. You know, I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Aw, alright. She got them thangings. The already defeated Olivia crosses her arms and pouts on her seat. And that is why we won't be using any of the more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford. Maybe I should just skip breakfast entirely. I still don't see the problem. Once you've all had the proper safety handling course, in the second semester you'll be allowed to use oil-based paints. Until that time, however, all the assignments will require safer supplies. Now, since we pivoted to this, might as well finish a full video. Oh god, here we go again. The grumpy Gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself. She grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. And the entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of me. I can understand why. After all, Deacon is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentation of new possibilities. No doubt that it brings a creative sparkle to her eyes. You're gonna start smooching? Hey, just calm down, babe, buddy. You're too early yet. Eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. Oh, was I staring? Man, you can't be staring at her gat like that, you know? Gotta be respectful. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hands on the wheels. She rolls up to the guy's desk. He leans forward intently. I can't make out anything that's said through the video, but going by the occasional glare back, it's not hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Mr. Deacon notices I'm watching and motions for me to come forward. Slowly, I shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Have you been there? Like, your professor, your teacher, or whoever is on authority suddenly start calling you by your name. Like, come forward here. We're gonna talk about something. For me, it's like, your life doesn't really flash before your eyes, but it's like you then suddenly all the shenanigans that you do, it's like going through your head, and you're like, was it? Nah, no way. Huh? What's this about? The fuck did I do? I've felt that. Maybe it's just my anxiety. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Alright, is something going on here? Dickon speaks in a hushed tone, just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her. No, I said he's been staring at me all through class. Huh? It's weird, he's never seen someone like me. Can't you move into a different seat? Nah. Listen, Olivia, you're just too hot to handle, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on a sec there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Mr. Idicon? Is it Ladican? Maybe it's Ladican. It's like she's a different person here. She fishes out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. You know what she should fish out? Inko's mouth. Hey, calm down. Get your dirty minds out of the damn gutter. You're given a lot of leeway when it comes to seat assignment, but asking for something like this? I just want him to leave me alone. He sips again. What's that about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can't have disagreements between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was any disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. That's true, man. Sometimes you're like doing a good thing or you're doing nothing, but they think you're doing something bad. They think you got issues with them. That's happened to me. Friend groups, it's hard to manage. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Ladican, I'm calling him Ladle. Ladle nods himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Your face scrunches at the mere thought. Not really interested. It's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at. Sorry, didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No, I don't want somebody in this class. It's kind of cute, man. She's pouting. She goes to take another sip of that cool alcohol in that flat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. But ends up returning the canteen upside down. All out. Olivia, you can go fill that up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video is nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously and slowly moves out the door towards the nearest water fountain. Damn, she's saying, this guy got the build for a mate. I'm just kidding, everyone. Leon S. Kennedy here sighs. Alright. He leans back in his chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing to do it yourself. Now she's in the mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry. It's been a pretty busy few days. Yeah, I've gotten into a cool friend group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her soda. Don't know why she's so upset at me. It's nothing personal, Inko. It's not? She's reticent, especially when it comes to change. If you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be wary of you. Oh my god, it's Fang all over again, but a bit tamer. I don't know. It's better to... Oh my god. I'm not doing the bad endings for this one. I might actually do it. I'm gonna end this video right here. We're 26 minutes in. I'm gonna stop. Good luck on whatever you're doing, guys and gals. You know, good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Bite them back if they do. God damn. Bye. Subscribe. See ya.